everyone, how are you? It is me, Fern. Welcome back to a new video. So a few weeks back I posted a vlog where I picked up a new parcel and it had my new to me vintage Louis Vuitton Noe bag, and I did an unboxing and I had a couple of comments from people saying that they wanted me to do a review on that bag. I've been using the Noe bag as my daily practical work and everyday life bag, and I can give a more of an informed opinion on it. So in this video I'll go through the pros and cons and some of my favorite features of the bag, and also what I've done to rejuvenate it. So for context, it is a vintage bag and very pre-loved, so I did do a bit of refurbishing to get it up to scratch. Anyway, here is my Louis Vuitton Noe review. So here is my Louis Vuitton Noe bag. It is in the largest size, and the story behind why I bought this bag was I wanted a daily bag that could fit a laptop. I was after something that I could use for work and everyday life, and sort of have a bag that sits in between a corporate bag and also something that I can wear casually every day. I was looking at bags in this size, and I know I have my Hermes Her Bag 39, which also fits a laptop. However, the opening can be quite fiddly, so I just wanted something similar to, say, a tote bag where I can just reach in, grab my stuff and pull it out, and just something that's super casual and easy to wear every day. I did consider things like the Louis Vuitton Neverfull and the Goyard St. Louis tote, but I did want something a little bit different, and I came across a picture of a Instagram model that I follow, and they were wearing the Louis Vuitton Noe bag, and I sort of fell in love with their styling of it, and I just thought it would really fit really well with my wardrobe. When I got it, it was a vintage piece, and I got it from Japan. And because it was vintage, it was very worn, so the corners had a lot of scuffs and there was a bit of dryness along the sides here, and the strap as well was slightly different in color to the rest of the bag just because it was a little bit more dry compared to the rest of the Vachetta leather. What I did with this bag, so I'll put a before photo of the Louis Vuitton Noe, and as you can see, it is very dry and needed a bit of love and care. Now the bag, you can see the corners are kind of smooth, they're an even color with the rest of the bag. I'll show you the other side as well. The corners are super nice, and then at the bottom you can still tell there's a bit of marking and a bit of the watermarks on the bottom, but I did clean and condition the Vachetta leather on this bag, so the patina is a lot more even. You can also see with the strap, I did change it, so the drawstring strap that came with the bag is this here. I have it in a little Ziploc bag, but it is so worn out and cracked that I thought it was needing a replacement. So I just got a cheap replacement drawstring that I got from Etsy, I believe, and it's sort of slightly off-colored to the rest of the bag, so you can see that the drawstring is a lighter orange compared to that honey brown patina. In terms of the products that I used to condition the bag, I used the Apple Leather Cleaner and Conditioner, so I have it in a set here, and I started off conditioning the bag first because the leather was so dry. I always recommend conditioning your bag first and then cleaning it and then conditioning it again. So I used the Apple Leather Cleaner and the Apple Leather Conditioner, and these two products worked wonders on the Louis Vuitton Noe. I also use the Chamberlain's Leather Milk. Now with this product, I don't recommend it if you're afraid of your Vachetta leather getting darker, but I've used it before on my Louis Vuitton Keepall and I'm pretty comfortable with using it. After using Chamberlain's Leather Milk, the texture of the Vachetta leather is a lot better. So that's just sort of what I've done to refurbish this bag and make it better. So I'll go through some of the pros of this bag. So the first very obvious one is the practicality. So one thing that I really love about this bag is if you open it up, it is just one giant compartment, and I'll show you what it looks like inside. I've used a bag organizer in my Louis Vuitton Noe, but it is huge, it is so practical, and I would say it fits the same amount as my Hermes Her bag. However, with this one, because it's got that drawstring opening, it's a lot more practical to open and get in and out of. Like, I can be on the go and I can slip stuff in, grab stuff out, and it's just super practical. The other thing as well in terms of practicality is that I find that this bag is easy to throw over the shoulder. Like, there's no fussy clasps or straps or anything. It is just one shoulder strap. So I think in terms of practicality, this bag scores really high points. I think as well the design, because it is just a rectangular cylindrical sort of shape, things just fit in really easily. So if I'm doing a grocery shop, or if let's say I'm out and about and I've got my laptop in it, but then I want to stop at a supermarket, I can just open it up, throw things in, and there's still room left over. So that's what I really love about this bag. It is just deceptively large. Like, it is big, like when you compare it to me, like it is a somewhat big bag, but it is a lot more practical and can fit a lot more, and I can see it working a lot better in my sort of everyday life. The other pro of this bag is the durability. So one thing that I was really concerned about when I was looking for a roomy bag was how strong it would be. I am always worried about like tote bags with really thin straps and having it dig into your shoulders, but with the Noe, it was designed in the 1930s, and it was originally designed to carry champagne. And because of that intended purpose of the bag, it just feels a lot more reinforced and strong. So for example, the Vachetta leather base of the bag, it just has that structure to it. So all the things I have in the bag when I'm traveling doesn't, you know, warp the bag, like it keeps its shape. The other thing I really like is that this shoulder strap is so sturdy. So, you know, you can see here that it is 2 layers of Vachetta leather on this part of the strap, but then it comes up to here where it's like a very, very thick, I think it's like 3 layers of Vachetta leather that makes up the shoulder strap. So I do love the durability aspect of this bag. One of the other things I really liked about this bag, and I think this is more of like a personal preference rather than a actual pro of the bag, is that when I was shopping for something like this, the Neverfull is such a common style that I see around all the time. The Speedy as well is very common, and there's nothing wrong with that. If you love the Speedy or the Neverfull, absolutely go for it. But the Noe bag is a little bit different. So when you're out and about, I don't see these as often, and I feel like that makes them a little bit more special in my opinion. So I'll go over some of the cons of the bag. Now, when I say that these are cons, they're very minor, and usually a lot of these cons you can sort of work through them or find workarounds. So the first very obvious con of the bag, and I feel like this is something that I've sort of learnt to manage, is the amount of Vachetta leather. So obviously with Vachetta leather, it is untreated leather. So when water comes into contact, it can stain the leather, and that can either be impossible to remove, or you can clean it, I guess, or send it to a bag spa and they can try their best. But usually a lot of the markings that come up on Vachetta leather are irreversible. So if you're the type of person that likes a pristine and clean looking bag, then Vachetta leather might not be for you. But for me personally, I love the patina and I also love the markings. It just shows that this bag has lived a life. But in saying that, because it's Vachetta leather and the bag is usually placed like this on a table, and where is all of the Vachetta? It's on the bottom of the bag. So that can be a bit of a problem if you are worried about getting the bag stained or dirty. With mine, when I first bought it, there was this big watermark that went down in this sort of like L shape. I used the apple leather cleaner to clean most of it, but you can kind of see the outline of it. At the beginning, this was almost like a dark brown, but now it's sort of evened up with the rest of the Vachetta leather, but you can still see that the marking's still there. If you are the type of person that's happy with the markings and the patina and you want to see your bag age, then absolutely go for it. The second con of this bag is the fact that it is so big and roomy. So when I first got it, it was just one giant capacious compartment and it was very disorganized. Like things just fall in there, tumble around, and it was just a nightmare trying to like find your things. So if you are getting a Noe, I do highly recommend getting a bag organizer. So you can see my bag organizer in there, but I'll pull it out just to show you what it looks like. So this is the bag organizer that I've used, and you can see it's got little side compartments and a little water bottle holder, which I've just used to roll up my tote bag and put it in there. But I highly recommend a bag organizer for the Noe. Without the bag organizer, this is kind of what the bag looks like. You can see it's a lot more slouchy and malleable, but inside it is just one giant compartment and it is impossible to like find your things. Like, aside from that, really, there's not much else that I can complain about with this bag. And again, the two cons that I mentioned aren't really that big of a deal. I manage fine with the Vachetta leather and having the bag organizer. I think the organizer really just improves the experience of owning a Noe bag. The wonderful thing as well about Louis Vuitton bags is that because they're quite common, there's usually a lot of support groups and blogs out there that can give people tips on leather care, and there are accessories as well. So finding the bag organizer was super easy. I could shop around. The other thing as well is you can get replacements for the drawstring. So mine is just a generic leather drawstring, but because it's not Vachetta leather, you know, the leather's been dyed to mimic a patinaed Louis Vuitton Vachetta leather bag. But if you want something a bit more higher quality, you can get raw Vachetta leather accessories for your Noe bag. Same with the handle as well. I've seen plenty of online stores that sell replacements for these. Louis Vuitton also does a Vachetta leather replacement as well. So if you do find that your bag is starting to look a bit aged and needs a refurbishment, you can always take it to the Louis Vuitton store. So that's my initial thoughts and impressions on the Louis Vuitton Noe bag and just my opinion on it. I haven't had it for that long, but so far everything about it has been super positive and I do really love the bag. It's such a casual, carefree, easygoing bag. So if you are looking for a Louis Vuitton piece, the Noe is definitely a good one to consider. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this review video of the Noe bag. If you've got questions about the bag or want to know more, definitely pop a comment down below and I'm happy to answer it. And if you enjoyed this video, definitely hit like. That would mean the world to me. If you're new to this channel and you want to see more content around fashion, lifestyle, travel, vlogs, personal finance, and anything else that I talk about, definitely hit subscribe and check out my YouTube channel. I have a bunch of other content as well. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this video and I hope to see you in a future one. Bye!